Dirty old beaver's been busy.
Fucking beavers, man.
Yes, you gotta watch out for those beavers. Anyway, welcome back. So this ride was a couple weeks ago prior to the Derek Grant Memorial Ride. It's where Colin got a face full of mud and a busted foot peg. And it's also where we took Tony and Kevin out for a little rip on these trails. Now this is some pretty tough trails to get on, but they both did great, and this was a good ride. This is going to be a pretty good ride, and we're going to move pretty quick. And I'm up front chasing Lance around for a good portion of this ride, trying to put a little pressure on him. Fail miserably in that department, but you know what? I'm riding a little faster and a little stronger and feel pretty good, and I hope to sustain that for this coming weekend because there is a race. That race is the Hartsville Hare Scramble over in Prince Edward Island.
You want to go the ugly line?
So there are three routes to get through that little section. You can go down by the river to the left, you can go in the middle, and the line that I took. Call it the ugly line because of that little shelf that you have to get up. And if you hit it with a little bit of speed, you can usually clean it. But if you don't, you're going to sit there and spin tires for quite a while.
Oh, wasn't that fucking smooth, eh?
You like that?
Woo!
Yeah.
There's Tony climbing that little shelf. He got a pretty good run at it, and you know what?
Give her.
He beats the ugly line.
There you go. Yes.
I don't think the bunny is going to you today.
Oh fuck, I gotta order that bunny. I found one, but it was out of stock.
If you're wondering what we were talking about there, stand by for Struggle Bunny. And if you're wondering what Struggle Bunny is, well, it's going to be an emotional support rabbit that is going to be designated to the rider that's struggling the most for the day. Now these trails are pretty rough, so maybe I should consider getting more than one stuffed animal, because more than one person might need some emotional support to get them through this.
Whoa.
I don't know if you caught that, how much the back end of the bike dropped into that hole, but that's getting pretty deep.
Oh, that hole at the front there is getting deep.
So you got lots of things to watch out for on this ride. You've got beavers, you've got the big holes, and shortly, it's going to be the dicks.
Colin back there. I saw that.
Got a little ganky.
Ever.
No, front end did a little
Thought you were pretending you were me.
hop, skip, and I almost fuck you.
Did you see the ring?
There, get in front of me. You can chase Lance for a while, then you'll get all fucking
Bad. I'd rather chase you.
fired up like a puppy that just had a poop.
I'm happy to chase you. I'm happy to chase you. I don't need to chase
So there's a little vote of confidence from Colin, who's alluding to me getting a little faster, although I'm pretty sure he could still catch and pass me in most places. But he does get ahead, and he is running with Lance, and I'm back here with Tony and Kevin, and gonna catch a little bit of them riding. Tony's riding the Beta 350RR, and that bike certainly has a lot of get up and go. And the Yamaha that Kevin's on, that is a motocross bike with a 19-inch rear wheel, and he does just fine. That's a pretty hard spot to get around. There's a big pile of roots there that wash out your front end, and it's one that I struggle with. I haven't quite found a good line for me. I think that's where Tony hurts his wrist a little bit in this ride. And here's where Kevin gets his turn, and I really thought about pulling out and passing him, but then I also had visions of getting a face full of mud here as he fires it up. And there goes Tony making a good pass to the inside. There's Tony finding out how unforgiving this trail can be, and if you're tired, it just gets that much worse. There's Colin and Lance sprinting out ahead. Let's see if I can catch them up, but you know what? Tony and Kevin aren't far behind. There they are right there. So here we're going to say goodbye to Tony. He has hurt his wrist, and rather than push on, he's going to bow out, and I think that's a good call. Just a little bit more rough trail in here to bounce around on, and a few hills to play on, and some fast double track.
Style of foot pick.
Oh yeah, you cut that rock, eh? I saw that rock.
See the big mark? See the big straight mark along it?
I was looking at that rock.
You guys find it hard in the shadows?
Not without goggles. Like with the goggles off, no, not as bad. But you know, when you come up through the little rock garden,
shitty little loop, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
That one wakes the body up to fucking slow, crappy enduro.
That's my new.
Speaking of slow and crappy, here's my first attempt at this hill, and it doesn't go great. A little chirping from the top of the hill to remind me that everyone else had made it up clean, and I gotta go back down to the bottom and try again. Here's attempt number 2, and this goes a bit smoother. There you go. I'm part of the cool kids club again.
I was feeling the pressure. Shit back there. You guys good?
Oh, you missed a good one, boys. I literally was up like this. Look at my peg now.
What'd you catch it on?
A fucking massive rock. I was fucking flying, and I went fucking.
He was
I went super close inside. Time for a new set of pegs, boys.
Yeah.
Time for a new set of pegs and maybe a struggle bunny,
keep
eh?
on that if you ever crash and... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, these are
There
low.
you
These
go,
are
buddy.
I have a set of 100.
Well, let's not die today.
Oh, no.
Some wise words from Lance, so we'll do our best not to die today.
there.
Fuck, there's lots of
I
swimming.
figured you'd be pretty close, but you might mind the line because I was getting on the pipe.
And in the literary circles and among screenwriters and directors, that would be called foreshadowing.
I might have fucking blasted Colin in that mud.
Good. Good. That's good.
Oh shit. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, fuck you.
And so like I said, on this trip you had to watch out for beavers, big holes, and dicks.